real talk show. They didn't warn you've had.
RVA's leading social enterprise show. On the mic with Mike King Biz, delivering food for thought. To find out more about the dynamic host of On the Mic with Mike, please visit his website at mikekingbiz.com.
On the mic with Mike. 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 I'm on the mic with Mike. He's like a guru.
No, he's a businessman with a great radio show.
And he supports the nonprofits. Watch his show and grow.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike King here. This is part of the Mike King Biz Media Network, which is ESPN Rich 106.1, International Business Talk Radio, Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern, as well as CW Richmond TV. What we do is we showcase RVA in a different way. We showcase that business helps society be better. You can follow me on the social platforms, which are On the Mic with Mike RVA, as well as Mike King Biz. Hey, so we leave the light on and friends come back. Sometimes they come back in person after we had met virtually. All righty, so our good friends down at the Children's Hospital of Richmond, they inhabit the Wonder Tower. There you go. All right, Rachel is in the building. Welcome to the program.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. Last time I talked to you, we were talking about it hadn't opened yet. The excitement was there. The billing was there. It was crazy. We were here talking about Halloween and other businesses and that help you guys out. Really quickly, let's start with the elevator pitch for your organization.
So Children's Hospital of Richmond at VCU is our area's full service children's hospital. And now you were just talking about the Wonder Tower downtown, right there on the MCV campus. We now have over 1 million square feet dedicated to pediatric healthcare. So our outpatient services happening in the pavilion and the new Children's Tower, which just opened 3 months ago this weekend.
The opening was a big deal.
It was a very big
It was
deal.
a big deal. I mean, nighttime, lights out there, helicopters. So most of the time, it's hard to build to live up to a big billing. You guys did it.
Well, thank you. I think the whole team at Children's Hospital of Richmond at VCU would say thank you. I think they would then say that this has been a decades-long dream come true that truly only was possible because of our community. Our community has wrapped their arms around our mission of helping children and bringing the very best of pediatric healthcare right here to our own backyard. And it is their support, the philanthropic dollars that made this dream and this vision a true reality.
As folks know, I always say changing the world ain't cheap, easy, or free. So money got to change hands. And like we're talking about the philanthropic dollars, these are big companies, small companies, but they're people who believe that they can help make a difference in the lives because you're treating not just children, you're treating families. You're treating the whole family.
Yes.
Every corner that you go around when you're at the hospital, there's another thing right there that's like, oh, wow, you took everything into account to make this an event. Okay, ma'am, we're here today. What we're going to do during this series, we are going to highlight certain partners of yours.
I love this.
So Stephanie was here a while back and we talked about Don's Karate.
Yes.
You guys got a bunch of folks. So we are here today talking about who?
Jersey Mike's and Jersey Mike's of Ashland.
Jersey Mike's, because I didn't know. I didn't know. I got schooled. So Jersey Mike's of Ashland is a supporter of yours.
They have been a longtime supporter of ours, yes.
And we're going to talk to them. Plus they came bearing gifts too. Somebody asked me, they're like, Jersey Mike's is coming. You could bring me something. I'm like, what do you think? They aren't coming with sandwiches. But you know what?
She did.
They came with sandwiches. Okay, so let's talk about what you guys do. It's a partnership. And that's what this is. That's what development is. That's what all these things. Talk about, you have a staff, but you also have people in the community who really make a difference. Let's talk about what that means to you and the hospital and the foundation.
So when I think about our corporate partnerships, it's really that relationship between a company and our organization, the
Yes.
hospital. And it's really recognizing that together we have some commonalities. And in this case, with our friends at Jersey Mike's, we both believe in helping kids, building stronger communities, and doing it through health and healthcare. We're really fortunate to call these guys our partners and have been able to do that for so long at this point, over 13 years. Not only is it realizing that we have sort of these shared priorities of doing something good together in the community, it's then investing in that conversation of, okay, this is our mission at the hospital. Now we understand that this is important to you too, and you want to be a part of it in some sort of way. We are running a business in the ways that you do over here, but you have this wonderful desire to give back and help support your community in other ways. And so having the conversation and really figuring out, well, what does this mean? How do we work together? How do we work together to not only celebrate your brand and the work that you are doing to take care of your customers, your consumers and clients, but fuel the mission that's happening at the Children's Hospital as well. And so in our case with Jersey Mike's, there is this really special, unique point of sale program that happens every March. And our friends in Ashland have so graciously chosen to partner with us over the last now 13 years. And all of the dollars that they raise in their locations with their team members, with their customers, are staying in our community, and they're coming right back to support Children's Hospital.
There you go. One of my Rachel's here with us. We're going to talk to those good folks from Jersey Mike's of Ashland, but because what we do here is we figure out the why. It is the why. A person said, just be like a 5-year-old and just keep asking why. You see a number of businesses who understand this thing about taking care of the community. What's the common thread between that you see at the folks at, whether it's Jersey Mike's, whether it's Don's, Karate? Because a lot of times people think, well, the folks who are helping, those are the big, humongous companies. They aren't a person. They're a company. But you see all across the board. Talk about what's the commonality between them.
I think it's the people. You say big company, but what is a big company?
It's a bunch of people.
It's the people inside. And so when you have, whether it is a small local business owner or a member of leadership with a big company, at the end of the day, I think they're asking themselves these questions of, what are some of our greatest social needs in our community, and how can we be a part of that? How can we help meet these needs? And at the end of the day, we have been so fortunate enough to find partners who say, you know what, our people, we really feel passionate about helping families in their time of need, when their child is sick, when their child is injured. And I think that is why we have been so fortunate to build so many beautiful, long-lasting relationships. And that's what we want. We want to have sustainability. And not only are we here to, meet the goals of the hospital and try and raise those dollars to help advance the care that we're able to provide, but we also want to be a good partner in return. And we want to understand, from our partners' perspective, from their business seat, what's important to them. How are we engaging their employees and their team members? How are we helping them feel connected to the cause and the work that's happening at the hospital? We, especially in a retail or a quick service setting, where you are inviting your team members to ask a customer if they will give. Well, I have to feel like I'm a part of it. I have to feel like I am really a part of that solution and making that change. So help me connect with that cause, because then I'm going to feel motivated and empowered to do that and to participate.
How many years have you been at the Children's Hospital?
Oh, a long time. Many.
So what was the draw to the nonprofit world for you? You guys all got the same look.
We do,
Yeah,
we do.
that's the look of saving and changing the world. My wife calls it the kumbaya moment. Like I'm that guy walking around saying, hey, come on, can't we all just get along? And the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. I can tell you for me, that moment was happened for a 20-year-old Rachel Rooney. I was at my college's dance marathon, which I didn't even really understand what this program was. I knew we were helping a children's hospital. That sounded good.
Okay, you're
Sounded
good. Okay,
fun.
yeah, that's cool. You're a young
Um,
person. You're like, yeah, this is
yeah,
a good time.
This is fun. And we were on our feet for over 12 hours. And at the end of the day, we're all seated and ready to kind of hear the next part of the program. And sitting, in the big gym floor. And on this side of me, you see a mom carrying her baby, kind of walking up the aisle. And on this side, you see a woman who worked at our college carrying a birthday cake. And they came around together and they met at the stage. And then a classmate of mine joins them. And nobody really knew what was going on here. And come to find out, this woman and her baby, her brother was the classmate of mine. She began to tell her story about how Children's Hospital of Richmond at VCU saved her son's life.
Okay, this ain't gonna be one of them Jerry Maguire moments. Now we're gonna start crying. So that was the moment they had.
That was the moment for
That
me.
was they had your hello.
And I went after all of this and I heard this little baby story, and it was his first birthday.
Oh.
That's the cake. So we all sang happy birthday to him. I went at that moment and I found the director of Children's Miracle Network Hospitals who was there helping to lead this program. And I said, I would like an internship, please.
Okay. Okay.
So that's my personal.
So you went there as an intern, you got a job eventually there.
I did.
When did you know that was your place? How long did it take?
Not long.
You knew.
What was sort of my full circle moment in all of this was that when I then started, which was 2007, I started with the foundation. We have a program where we get to nominate a local patient to sort of be our champion, if you will, for the hospital. And here I am a number of years later, and I was able to nominate this family, this little boy, to be our national champion and be celebrated in our hospital. And I think for me, that's when it clicked. And I
You knew
said,
you were
wow.
home.
Yeah.
All righty, Mike is here, Rachel's here. So we got to get down to some business now. We're sitting here talking like, these ladies got stuff to do. They can be hanging out here with me all day. Okay, so we're going to take a break, but who's going to come up next? So we're going to do the proper introduction. Who's coming?
My friend Carrie Wilson,
Okay.
who owns with her family the Jersey Mikes of Ashland locations.
All righty, and it's very important. They've been doing this for a while, 13 years.
The program began in 2010 and they started supporting the hospital in 2011.
Okay, so she's going to have to let us know why that's so important. There we go. I said on the mic with Mike King here. We're coming to you from the Mike King Biz studio.
Mike King is a businessman. He's a businessman with his own talk show. On the mic with Mike. He's the best business radio program in the game.